popping, YouTube.
I can't fucking do it.
Oh, I got it really good.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What's popping? What's popping?
Ooh, the sizzle.
Okay, so today we're bringing you a mukbang. We're gonna be doing a mukbang and advice video. We've been getting people sending things they want advice on Curious Cat for just a few days, but we have gotten quite a few things that we will be able to talk about. Let's jump right in. So the first one is accepting the way you look. So accepting the way you look is definitely a hard one, but some baby steps would be, I know that helps me, is to tell yourself that you're beautiful or that you're good looking and actually make yourself believe it. So like when you look in the mirror, even if you don't believe it at the time, it will soon start to almost seem as if it's real. It sounds like really cliche and dumb, but you really do have to fake it till you make it. Reminding yourself that this is the body that you have every day and you have to live with. And also just try and do things that make you feel good. Do things you like to do, and then you'll slowly start to appreciate yourself a little bit more, whether it be from the way you look or the other things you do that you might be good at. Definitely. How should I go about telling my significant other I have a foot fetish? I don't really know how to go about this one, simply because this is something that I've never dealt with. But I imagine if your significant other loves you and cares about you, they'll accept it either way. So I guess just tell them. It couldn't go bad. It's not that weird. And if it were to go bad, then clearly you're not with the right person or the right person for you necessarily. Because if the person truly is into you and clearly they're your significant other, then they will accept you for who you are. Yeah. Why am I too ugly for Carissa to be into me? I got a man. Ugly, not saying you are or not. Regardless. You're just out of luck. Yeah. Sorry. How many chances should you give someone? This is like a really broad question because it really depends on what you consider a chance or what the situation is, but I would have to say it's not a matter of like numbering or taking count of the chances. It's just a matter of how much you're willing to put up with. Yeah, don't let anybody take advantage of you even one time. Know where to draw the line. You'll know when you're done, even if you aren't going to end things with the person. Maybe 2 chances. Depending on the situation. Right. If it's serious, no, fuck that. The 1 chance. Is getting back with an ex ever a good idea? Whether you broke up on good terms, being in it wasn't the right time, etc., or a cheating situation? I would say it depends because you just listed like 5 different scenarios. Like, if it was just not the right time and you feel like you're mentally or physically able to be in a relationship now, then go for it. But if it was something like cheating, no. From my experience, it has never been a good idea to get back with an ex, just because when you leave someone, regardless of the situation, whether it be cheating, whether it be good terms, whether it be wasn't the right time, I just feel like if you break up, then getting back together just wouldn't make sense, because you're leaving each other regardless, so you know that something's wrong, and most of the time, I guess it depends on the situation, but most of the time people won't change to be the person you want to be, at least within a short amount of time. I don't think it's ever a good idea, but if it's cheating, then absolutely not. Absolutely not. If it's on good terms, then possibly. But if it's not the right time, then it's not the right time, and it probably never will be. Next question. if you can sit down and bring a prompt. If you can sit down and bring upon pros and cons that would come from cutting someone out of your life, shouldn't you? If they were meant to stay in your life, you shouldn't be able to come up with cons. I want your opinions. Okay, so I think that you mean that you wouldn't be able to think of pros of cutting someone out of your life if they were really, truly meant to be there. Mm-hmm. But I get what you're saying, and that's a hard question.
I think that making a list of pros and cons is a really good idea. It's helped me myself make decisions. So if you are really questioning if there are more cons than pros, then that's
a big indicator on whether or not someone's in your life for a reason. If you have someone in your life who you care about, but they do nothing but drain you, whether it be emotionally, mentally, financially, especially, then they shouldn't be in your life if they're just draining your energy. Yeah. Because chances are all of the cons will build up after some time and really take a toll, and chances are the cons are just going to add up and there's going to be an end, I assure you. So if you even have the slightest feeling that someone should not be in your life, I'd say trust your instincts
and stick to it. I know it's really hard to do in the moment, but from what I've learned in almost every situation, when I have a gut feeling that just doesn't feel right, then it's not right and it ends up going badly, or the thought process that I was thinking about is exactly how it turned out. Have you ever went against your close friends and or family and stayed with your partner, then regretted it in the end? Did your friends/family forgive you for betraying their honest opinion? Yeah. The biggest relationship I've had in my life, my friends and family did not want me to be with this person, and I kept going back multiple times.
It's hard to leave someone, especially if you're with them for a long time, like I was saying before, but it comes to a point where you just have to, whether you have ties or not, you just have to cut them off if they're not beneficial to you.
Your friends and family should always forgive you.
You shouldn't be hurting your family and friends in the process. If they're being genuine towards you and giving you honest help and trying to give you advice or anything about the person that you're with, or trying to help you leave that situation, you should never take any anger out on them or treat them wrongly when they're just trying to help you.
Or bring them into the negative situation that you might be in if the person is bad for you.
If I was the family member that was like getting treated like shit because of somebody else's decisions in their relationship that shouldn't even be affecting me in the first place, I'm gonna get mad and I'm gonna be kind of resilient to forgive someone. But at the end of the day, if you truly do care about that person, then I guess you should. But that doesn't mean that they should just be let back into your life so they could walk all over you.
Yeah, don't let people walk all over you.
So from the standpoint of the person that's staying with the fucked up partner, 1, don't do it. 2, don't involve your family if you don't want them to be kind and actually give you honest advice.
Yeah, because 9 times out of 10 they're going to say how they truly feel about your partner.
And 9 times out of 10 you're not gonna fucking like it. So
right, you're not gonna want to hear it if you're.
How do you approach a girl in public that you are interested in? Maybe you haven't even ever talked to them before. I mean, the worst thing that could happen is they turn you down, and that's not even really bad in my opinion. So
especially if you've never talked to them.
Yeah, it's not like, if it's someone that you've never spoken to before, then what the fuck do you have to lose? It's not like you have some pre-existing platonic relationship with them that you're gonna lose if you try to start something with them. But I mean,
social media is a big one. I know it's not in public, but slide in the DMs, like, take your shot.
I mean, like I said, the worst thing that could happen
is they're gonna turn you down.
Yeah, and if not, then okay, you're in. Like,
right.
And I feel like if someone approached me in public, I wouldn't.
I feel like reaching out in any sort of way is a good thing to do.
Unless you're being creepy.
Unless it's creepy. Obviously, in that sort of sense, don't be creepy. Maybe just say hi and see where the situation leads. Mm-hmm. But nothing's gonna hurt you from saying hello to someone.
especially if you've never talked to them before. I'm belching. Okay, so the next question is, what is the best way to get over someone in an attempt to find happiness within yourself? And I know probably a lot of people go through this, especially people around our age. What is the best way to get over someone? It all depends on the person, I guess. Some people find it easy to get over someone by getting under someone else or just being by themselves. It really just depends. But when it comes to finding happiness within yourself, I'd have to say that just do things that you like. I know that sounds like really cut and dry, but doing things that you like, being around people who support you and love you and are willing to talk to you when you're still thinking about said person. I've been there, I've done that. The best way to do that is to first of all accept yourself, accept being alone, and just take in your surroundings and go from there. I mean, you were a person before you met said person that you're trying to get over, and you'll be a person after that. You don't need to rely on someone else for your happiness, and you're bound to find someone else. There's so many people out there, especially if you're not even with that person anymore. Then clearly, like, it wasn't meant to be, and you will find something that's meant to be, or find someone who's meant to be. Find something that will be able to distract you. Just distract yourself. Stay busy. Stay on that grind. Advice for going vegan. Well, considering Emma's never been vegan. I've never been a vegan. I've never been a vegetarian. I just ate like multiple pieces of eel. I have been vegetarian and vegan. I was vegetarian for about a year, and I was vegan for a few months. My advice would be to start by going vegetarian and see where that takes you, because going vegan is a huge step. I would never be able to do it. No. To take it slow and have people who support you, and maybe find a friend that is also vegan. There's a lot of people online who I know are vegan. So maybe just reach out to them, see what they do, see what they eat, and just start looking up recipes, start making your own food. It is like something fun to do. Well, I think cooking's fun, but cooking is very fun. Okay, so that was it for our advice Q&A video, and mukbang. If there are still a lot of other questions that people are continuously sending us, so there will definitely be another Q&A in the future. But we got like things that wouldn't have anything to do with advice at all, like fruits or vegetables. Right? Or like, do you have sugar daddies? No, but I mean, nah, but not against open. Even when we're not matching, we're still matching. We're both wearing mom jeans and merch. So that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it, and thanks for all the support so far. It really means a lot to the both of us. Yes, thank you so much for sending us questions and participating, even the things that weren't questions. Like, subscribe, comment. We really do appreciate that stuff down below. Bye. Bye, bitch.